Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to install Laravel 12 using Docker. So first, let's create a Docker file, that is Docker file. Okay, and the next file we are going to create is a Docker compose.yml file. Okay, and the third file we are going to create is .env file. Okay, once we create these three files, I'm going to the Docker file now and I'm going to paste this code here. So you can see that PHP 8.2 is installed and my Apache document root is this, where HTML/public. Then I'm going to install Composer as well, and I'm going to use MySQL. Okay, so this is how my Docker file will look. So I will post the source code in the link in the description, so you can go ahead and check it. Now once I created this file, I'm going to docker compose.yml file and I'm going to use this settings here. So you can see have container prefix name. This will come from .env file, which we will update. And then we have build, that will be in the root directory. Okay. And then we have the path to the Laravel project, that will be in this HTML file. Then we have prefix MySQL name. Okay. And we have db username and password coming from our env file. So I'm also using an adminer to access the database here. Okay, so on port 8080, localhost port 8080, you will be able to access this adminer. Once I do this, I will go to my .env file. So I'm going to use Laravel application as my project name here. And then I'm going to do the same for the container name prefix. So it will be Laravel application 12. And the same name will be for my directory. Okay. And this will be my username and password and the DB name. So I'm going to save this. And then once I do this, I will go ahead in this and everything is set up, and let's run Docker Compose up. Okay, if I go to my CMD, so I will run Docker Compose up. I'll just say build. Okay, now you can see, okay, it's asking me these two files. So if you can see, I have included these two files in the Docker, so I'll be using these two files. So I'll copy paste these files. So I'll provide these files in the source code as well. So I'm going to copy paste these files here. Okay, these files have been copy pasted. Now let's run the command back again. So docker compose up build, and you can see that my project is getting built. Okay, you'll see if our container is up. You can see our container is up now and it's running. So if I go ahead and say localhost, you can see I get this page. But if you see my Docker file here, it is saying where public HTML and HTML public. So I need to create a public directory. You can see a Laravel application directory has been created. So inside this, let's create a folder. So we'll create it from here. So we'll create a folder here that will be public, and inside this public folder we'll have index.php. Okay, index.php, and we can put a h tag here, and let's type working. Now let's hit the URL back again, and you can see the application has been working. Okay, this is the PHP application which has been working. Now we have to install Laravel. Now I'm going to delete this public directory from this folder. Okay, since I need to install Laravel, let's delete this file. Okay, go to a Visual Studio Code editor. You can see that the file has been deleted. Now we will run the command. We'll open the Docker. We'll go to this application here. We'll go to this application. Okay, and we'll go to execute, and we'll put this command here to create a Laravel project. Okay, in the current directory. So I'm using dot to create it into the current directory. So let's click enter, and you can see the version 12 is getting installed. So this would take some time. You can see that the installation has been done, and okay, so you can see all the installations have been done. So let's go to the directory now and try to open this. Okay, I tried to run this. I'm using my, so you can see that I'm getting this error, permission denied error. So you might not face this error depending on your system settings. So my Apache cannot access the system setting, the folders here. So I'll have to grant it the permissions. So to grant the permissions, I'm going to run this command over here. So grant the permissions to this. Let's see if this works. Okay, you can see that my application is now working, and we have installed the Laravel 12 using Docker. And if you need this command, also I will put it into my source code. So you can go ahead and copy this.